Okay, here's what's lining. Here's what's lined up on the show. Manas Jaiswal will be joining in, as well as Samet Chavan with some technical analysis. But in the meantime, a look at the markets at this juncture, and 86.38 on the index. Top drags, and pull it up sectorally as to where you're really seeing pressure this afternoon. IT, pharma are culprits. Auto, PSU banks also languishing in the red. FMCG on the other hand is having a pretty stellar run, and ditto is the case with the real estate pocket. In fact, let's pull up some of those IT laggards in the session. The news of Infosys isn't helping matters. TCS is in the red right now. HCL Technology is languishing in the session. Infi 2 currently at about 1,012 as we speak. Sun Pharma, Grasim as well as Lupin are some of the other big drags. Ambuja Cements is currently at 272. You've got ACC giving it company. On the upside though, BHEL, that's holding out in the green at about 145. HUL, BPCL as well as ITC, that's a notable outperformer in trade. From the broader end of the market, Wellspun India, big thumbs down to the news. Usha Martin down 5%. Sun TV reacting to its numbers. Indian Hotels is currently in the red. Ditto is the case with something like Treehouse Education. And Uttam Galva, after the kind of run-up that we witnessed on Friday, is seeing a little bit of profit booking. Let's get in our technical experts, Manas Jaiswal and Samet Chavan. And Manas, getting a call from you in terms of your top trades as well as call on the index right now.
See, Nifty, I don't want to take any call right now. I'm little bit cautious, and still Nifty is trading in the range of 8,700 and 8,500. I don't want to take any call on Nifty. I think you should be very much stock specific, and if you're long on Nifty, then you should keep a strict stop loss below 8,500. In terms of stock specific calls, then first call is a buy call on KTK Bank, where yesterday stock took support near to 50-day moving average and bounced back sharply. Today it broke the resistance of 157. So now we may see further up move in Karnataka Bank. It can come up and test 169. So one can buy it with stop loss of 154. Second call is a buy call on Steel Authority, where a few days back stock took support near to 50-day moving average. On Friday it broke the resistance of 49 with great volumes, and now I think the trend is positive, and possibility is high that the stock can test 53.50 in next 1 or 2 trading sessions. So one can buy Steel Authority at current levels and keep a stop loss below 49.
Okay, that's the view coming in on some individual recommendations. Samet, let's get into your call on the Bank Nifty futures. Managed to pull back a little, but how are you seeing the charts and what are your top calls?
Good afternoon. On Thursday, Bank Nifty confirmed its breakout from a major hurdle of 19,050, 19,100 on a closing basis. In last 2 days, we have seen a subdued movement in banking index. In fact, if you look at the daily chart structure, the daily chart structure is quite strong, and we expect this movement to extend a bit. Next resistance would be around 19,500, 19,550 for Bank Nifty. In fact, the banking stock is clearly holding Nifty beyond 8,600 mark. As far as individual stocks are concerned, we have 2 buy recommendation. First one would be on JN Irrigation. If you look at the daily as well as weekly chart structure, the chart structure is quite promising. Today we are seeing a good traction in this counter with decent rise in volumes. Thus, going by this momentum, we expect an immediate up move towards 91 in JN Irrigation. Stop loss would be around 79. Our other buy call would be on TWL. Generally, we don't recommend this counter, but if we look at the volume activity today, it's humongous, and if we look at the price structure, the stock has clearly given a breakout from a trendline resistance of 105, 104. Thus, going by the weekly chart, we expect an up move probably in next 3 to 4 weeks. We expect 127 in TWL, and it can be bought on any dip. Stop loss would be at 95.
Okay, that's the view coming in on some top recommendations to watch out for in trade. Meantime, let's get in Mubina. She's here to talk about some of those movers and shakers in trade today. And Mubina, No doubt, Welspun India features first on the list.
Oh yes, locked in lower circuit, and this after the news broke that Target Corp, which is a big US-based retailer, has decided to sever all ties with Welspun India. Remember that Welspun India actually supplies bedsheets and other upholstery to Welspun Corp, and recently Target discovered 7.5 lakh sheets and pillowcases while Welspun claimed to be made of Egyptian cotton. They were actually a phony material and were actually made of another type of cotton, and that's the reason why they are in the process of terminating relationship with Welspun India rather. And now Target Corp being Welspun's second largest customer, of course it's going to hit Welspun's revenues big time, and you're seeing that reflecting in the financials in trade today.
Okay, yes indeed, that one's under pressure, but let's talk about some of the other movers and shakers. What's on the list, Mubina?
Well, it's a result candidate, Oberoi Realty, and this one has delivered a very good set of numbers. The net profit has gone up a good 33%. The top line as well has in fact gone up from 200 crores to 320 crore rupees, so 52% jump over there. And of course even the EBITDA has done extremely well for itself, but the margins however have disappointed a tad bit at 52% versus 62%, but that's purely because of the fact that the top line has grown very strongly, whereas the EBITDA has of course not been able to catch up pace over there. Apart from that, it has got a strong order book as well, and even the bookings as well have come out very well, so it's a very good number for Oberoi Realty. And we also have Sun TV, which is another result candidate. We have the net profit has grown by 18.3%, top line has grown 10%, but the margins in the EBITDA has disappointed. The margins has come in at only 57.2% versus 59%, and in fact CLSA has downgraded Sun TV from an outperform to a sell. They said that the ad revenue decline of 3% and a weak EBITDA growth was disappointing, and they also say that the subpar ad performance drives the 1 to 2% FY17-18 calendar year revenue and EBITDA cuts, and accordingly they've cut the ad revenue forecast by 2% in FY17-18.
Okay, many thanks Mubina for highlighting all of those top movers and shakers in trade today. Let's move right on and get on board some viewer queries. An email query first up, which has been sent in from B. Kanan. This is on Atoloto. 100 shares have been bought at a price point of 466 with a time horizon of the next 1 year. His question is, does he hold on or should he sell? Let's get in a view then, Manas, as to what exactly the call is. Are you convinced by the charts?
See, the structure is weak. Stock is making higher tops and higher bottoms, and it is trading below 200-day moving average. So, and the possibility is high that stock can go down and test 370 in next few months' time. Yes, we have witnessed some recovery in last few trading sessions, and we may see more recovery in the coming days. Stock can come up to around 450 something. So I think one should exit from the long position on any bounce back near to 450, and one should take a long call only if it breaks 480.
Okay, there you have it. That's a view coming in on the query. Hope we got your question answered. Next up, we've got a question coming in from Raj Kumar, and this is on Crumpton Greaves. Now, he hails from Andhra Pradesh. He's got 400 shares of the stock. He's bought it at 88 rupees. Very short-term time horizon of the next 1 month. What's the call, Manas? How do you advise our investor to position himself in Crumpton Greaves? Stay put, or are there better bets?
I think we can hold a long position because stock is making higher tops and higher bottoms from the level of 40 rupees. A few days back, it broke its 100-day moving average, and I think the stock can even test 95 in next, say around 2 to 3 weeks time. The trend is positive, so he can hold it, but keep a strict stop loss below 82.
Okay, thanks very much for running us through that advice. That's the call coming in on Crumpton Greaves and what exactly needs to be done. Thanks very much then, Manas, as well as Samet, for taking time out and joining in on the show. 86.40 on the index right now. You have quite a few movers and shakers, but we'll take a quick break right here and come right back, talk a little bit about some wealth creation calls as well as outlook on the markets.